Hi, welcome on my channel. Thank you for joining me. So, if you're new on my channel, or if you're, you can hear an echo. If you're longer on my channel, you know. She locked up, they won't let me out. She's locked up in detox. So yeah, I'm laughing about it, but let's try and make it, because it's positive, okay? Luckily, until now, it's my first time doing this, so I can safely detox from alcohol. Also have to stop smoking, find that harder, I can say. So my channel is about spirituality. If you're new here, I'm on a journey and I try to I do a lot of learning about that, and I try sharing my personal experiences but also teachings. I also like music a lot in the themes of what I'm experiencing sometimes, but also just music that I like. And I like dancing. That's a form of therapy for me sometimes. So that's how I create my content. So, like I said, I'm in inpatient detox to be able to safely withdraw from alcohol and nicotine, but that's not alcohol withdrawal can kill you. So I'm I'm in here in the room. That's why you hear the echo. First day went good. I have to say I have been withdrawing, so building down my usage already at home. So the thing there, so I laughed a bit. I have some experiences today already. So they told me that, what is it, Valium, but I like to say Zanny. I thought it would be part of the program, but it's only when you're going through heavy withdrawal that you get it. So I was like, did like snap. Could have done that one time in my life, and I thought like this would make my process a bit easier. Just zone out on the Zanny. It didn't go like that. Also, I got a shot in my ass that hurts. So I'm getting beat. So I'm in it, locked up, and already took. They gave me B1 injections for the next days, and I have to do a lot of. I'm getting vitamins too, nicotine patches, and monitoring. So I'm here 1 week, and I can say also, after my being here and looking at this room and my bed and how everything going, so I guess it's okay. You never know within 2-3 days how it can go, but yeah, I have to say I'm glad that inpatient for 8 weeks didn't actually happen with everything that I know now. So, and I'm also, of course, hoping this is my first time and it will be also my last. So, today I want to make a video on shifting north. And I'm going to use some examples of how long I've been working on some things in my journey already. So I'm not just picking these things out of thin air. I really have study work done for a long time on this, but I also get intuitive guidance in dreams, visions, people, places, things. Some of these things I don't go looking for. It comes to me, and I've been in a timing that a lot is start making the pieces of the puzzle are coming more and more together, and it was like actually a big sort of epiphany I had, if you can call it that. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, giving you my experience in that. I have some things from experience I'm seeing surround me, that I would maybe want to take some examples from. And what I also want to do before I get into all that is show you what I took with me to not only go talking to my YouTube community and people that are finding me online on my journey, also show you what I'm going to do to keep myself busy in these next, 7 days. So today is Tuesday the 25th. Next Tuesday, it will be the 2nd of December, I will be getting out. And then, of course, I'm not there yet. I still have work to do. But then I will be safely detoxed from alcoholism. So what did I take with me? This is also in my talk, Personal Power, Let's Talk Magic. This is hematite. And this is a crystal that helps with courage, willpower, masculine healing. I have it in a post of mine on, if you scroll a bit back. Working with crystals, these, you have to energetically connect to one and work with it. And you can put your intention in crystals, but crystals are also... Believe it or not, everything is you have also, how do you call that? A lot carries energy. Some things that would surprise you that they do, so do crystals. They call this sentient, but they go into stasis. So you can help activate a crystal. A crystal holds information and can take on information. Read books also. And there are people that say, I made this video before, but I'm in a calmer energy now. Like, there are people that can talk to crystals. I haven't yet experienced that, but I do. I don't know. I think it doesn't, what do you call that? Or, I'm not using the crystal to ask. Placebo effect. If it's that, fine too. I'll take it. No Zanny. Just do this in the place. I have this deck that I do in the past cards. I don't do readings a lot, and I don't want to open myself up too much to, how do you call that? Divination. I do have I have 2 tarot decks that I really took the time for and actually I only used one eventually. So for example, this energy card deck has healing words for body, mind and soul. I did a reading 3 times this year, and the third was only 1 card. I can tell you it helps me. So I'll do some readings on my channel, but most of the times it's more for me. But I also know in my design, which I will be going into a bit more also in this video as recaps, and some of the subjects in this video I will be deep diving on in separate topics. I'm a reflector, so I can connect to energies that are happening on a collective scale, and sometimes I don't like that even. So I can do this divination readings, and it's mostly not only for myself, but I don't want to dabble too much in those things. So that's what I brought with me. I brought something for writing. Where did I have my pen? I do have it, but that's okay. So my book for writing. I do have a lot. I like coloring and reading. So what did I bring? I don't think this is a Dutch magazine, Happiness. So I took the winter book in it, and it also has 2 pretty, the yin yang. And my spirit animal, I like the butterfly. So happiness, just some. So these are for also in spirituality. Your guide to happiness, spirituality. So I brought that with me. I have for drawing, I bought these because I do have a lot of pencils, coloring pencils in but they search all your stuff here, and I didn't want to make it harder and look like I'm gonna take drugs with me. I even was doubting if I could take my makeup remover with me. I'm laughing about it, but it's not funny. Some people here are withdrawing for way worse things than me, or way deeper in their use. So sometimes people get so mad deep in their addiction that anything that has alcohol in it, they're not me. I'm not that. So I had these still new, haven't used them a lot. I thought, hey, let's take these with me. So I have here was my my pen for my manifestations, writing them down. And I also brought this also from that book Happiness, a smaller book with color nature. And I have the book from Michael Pilarczyk, Master Your Mindset. And this is a man that was a millionaire, fell into hardcore addiction, lost everything, and then rebuilt his life again. And now he's a public speaker, writer. I don't know that word in English. Intrigerend, intrigue. So I like to learn, okay, from experience from people. And so I brought that book also. So let's keep this. That's too bad. Maybe if I upload this, but it's in mirror. Well, that's fine. So I made another, I'm gonna think about it if I'm going to use this, because each time I was like, oh, I wanted to say that too, or this too in this, but it's fine. Haha. So, shifting north. And what I want to do, so you can think on my page, maybe if you're new or not into these things, all kind of woo-woo with their tarot cards and the crystals and zodiac, and that's fine. I try to also, I understand, I was also, sometimes you have to filter out what resonates for you, leave the rest. Not everything is true for everybody, that's fine, but I do know that part of my destiny is sharing my path. Your destiny, your northern star, what you are working towards, it's not going to, you have to work towards that and take steps to in that, and you can open yourself up too much to all this stuff, but some of the things I know by now and that I'm still learning and is coming to me, the good and the bad and the ugly at sometimes, is because I take action. I want to know myself. So know thyself is, and that's not even spiritual, that's stoicism. But it's, some of these things are, even if you, so I'm not a religious person anymore. I was raised Christian. I believe in God, but I also have my times that I'm like, but then I get higher guidance that I really feel connected to that again. So I have so I don't want to make this all spiritual woo-woo. I want to make some practical things that you can, hopefully, that you can take things from what I'm learning about and sharing my experiences about. Sometimes, I don't want to talk about other people, but yeah, people, places, things impact your life. So I was always into astrology and a bit spirituality, but this all started around my Saturn return when I was 27, and I didn't even deep dive into astrology, as I will say a bit later. But for example, my human design, I found that out because friends of mine for my 27th or 28th, 27th, I believe, birthday gave me a coaching session in that. And that's when I found out I'm a reflector type, I'm a 5-1 design profile. And then I was interested in that and I wanted to know more, so I got that book. That book is you can see that when I'm at home in my cast behind me. So that came to me. It's not something I went looking for. And I have the same things with some things that I'm going to be talking about in the shifting north. I started that and I started having some things with past life experiences. That's not things I really want to go into in this talk, but that's how I came into awakening, that my soul was like actually first calling out to me. There's more to heal and more to find, and this isn't it. Settling down, having a family, even though I love that man very much. It had to end after 11 years. And so I started that and I made a whole shift in my life, new job, new place of living, and then I had my near-death experience. And I don't want to go too deep into that. I talk about that in Purpose, What Are You Here to Heal? And it comes a bit forward in some of my videos, that I have a lot of, in my soul destiny, a lot with... I don't know, a lot of karma isn't mine. I have a lot of karmic burdens, but a lot of them weren't even mine. But I chose this life. My soul chose this path. I sometimes want to talk to her and like, the fuck? What were you thinking? So I had that near-death experience, and I met somebody online that eventually we had some talks, but we didn't really go into it. He was going through his own things. A few years later, I think 1 year later, 1.5, around 32, I guess. 32, we really started going into coaching sessions. So I already did... I had some talks with him, what I was going through, and he's like, yeah, that's normal, this is what you're going through. You're not going crazy, but you have work to do. It's not an easy soul path you have. So I asked him, can you help me go into my natal chart, teach me some of those things? And I was telling him, could you do a true sidereal reading for me? And he wasn't into that. He did a different form. I don't know if it's Vedic. He even had his own sauce of it. So he went into, then I have a sun sign in Aries, a cusp, Aries Taurus, then a moon in Cancer, a Venus in Gemini. It's not that, and what's most important is your north node. I have a Capricorn, I had shifting north, Capricorn north node, and I always felt like intuitively some aversion to that, and not only due to the generational trauma and hexes and stuff, and that comes with that north node and what I know. So, but yeah, eventually I came to, okay, this is it. I'll have to accept this and see how I can work towards reaching, accomplishing what that stands for, and clearing certain things and healing. And so later we kind of kind of stopped for due to certain reasons. Stopped with which I will be going into a bit later. Stopped our sessions, and I started making videos on YouTube. So I had videos on here before that aren't here anymore, and that's fine to reset some things in your life. And I was going into a lot with study work, also on Ascension Glossary. And I know that in Vedic astrology, what I went looking for, I have a Scorpio rising sign, and then I would have Sagittarius North Node, but everything in the same houses. But I made a video online, and I did it a bit with the setup like I have now, with all the books you see, with some of the books you see when I'm at home making videos. And Lady Spellbreaker, shout out. She contacted me, so I did a video on the salts of salvation, and what that book does is go into the zodiac is also in the Bible. So the 12 zodiac signs are the apostles, and I said in that video of archetypes that we're missing one, and that's Ophiuchus. I don't know which apostle that would be. I'm not way into, I read the Bible, but I'm not Christian, and I don't have religion like that, but I do that for study. And I know we're missing one that was taken out for a reason. So she contacted me on this, and what that book is, biochemical salts, and that relates to your divine blueprint, your zodiac alignments, which cell salt you would need more in this life due to that, but also not only zooming into that, but also which health problems, ailments you can heal with that. So I'm continuing that study. I'm going to work with that also eventually, but I already made a video about that. She contacted me. Like, I learned a lot from that. I want to give you a free reading. I'm like, okay. You have an Ophiuchus rising, and, well, like I said, the Sagittarius North Node. But I've been into my natal chart so deep, sometimes I didn't really believe that or so. I've been getting guidance, and I don't, I can go into how that works. A lot of people, I don't have to prove myself. But a lot of people won't believe that I get visions, that I see timelines, that I have higher sensory perception at times. So I'm still working on that. We all have gifts. I'm not special in that. Not all of us are open to it. Sometimes people open themselves way too much to it, so that it's not even divine anymore, but just black magic performance or stuff. But, so yeah, I have Ophiuchus rising, so that I'm delayed in my healing process, and that I'm here now in this time, Scorpio season, and the time that is coming relates a lot to that. So it really clicked for me, and I'm not gonna, I can't, you have to experience this yourself. I could tell you all the things that I've been feeling and seeing, and been emotional, like, oh really, is it really true? And I can't, some things you can't, you have to see it to believe it, so I can't do that. And I do, I'm not in my ego, but it does feel special. So let me explain there that your divine blueprint and the alchemy, the zodiac, and the alchemy that comes with that, the embodiment of that, correct embodiments of that, is what is kind of your gift to the world, your divine plan, your north node, what you're working towards. So, and Ophiuchus is a sign that was taken out for reasons of the evil ones on the planet and the higher plan. That's why that embodiment has to be here. And I can tell you that a lot of people are not aware of this zodiac placement. So probably what I am going through now, and will be also that a lot of people maybe, or whatever, I'm not being heard even, like who are you? Nobody. But my embodiment can make a difference in the world, and I'm, one of them, but probably there are a lot of people more that have either a sun sign Ophiuchus, a rising sign, a moon Ophiuchus, or a north node. So I have Ophiuchus rising, and it's not actually even the 13th, so they call that the 13th sign zodiac, the 13th sign. It's the 9th, the 8-9 bridge. Coming a bit later into that, keep that in mind, what I just said. So the embodiment I'm going through, so I would probably, could be intuitively guided to expand on the learning work I'm doing already due to being that. So I could read 10 books. Some things you only learn by experiencing that and doing study work from, what is it? With if you don't want to do it in the spiritual or whatever, isn't it that a lot of times, like what do you call it? In scientific things, that someone made this formula and you know that it's that, but nobody really found out the how to make it happen for real. Or I hope you're getting what I'm saying. I could read 10 books on Ophiuchus now, so life experience is important in that. So, and if Ophiuchus has a lot to do with learning, teaching, expansion, so does my Sagittarius North Node. So I had that rising sign. now, that's what I mean with shifting north, and what I can see as a reflector and a student of life, and trying to help the communities and people out there. We have a shift in what we're heading towards, people. So it's not only happening for me. So that's that. Coming back to the 8-9 sign, we're in the year number 2025, but that's also 9. And 9 is endings and closure, karmic lessons. Next year we're going in 2026, year number 1. I'm a life path number 9. And in the biochemical clock at 33, you're having all kinds of awakening experiences to push you towards your soul, the pursuits of your soul. So also me finding back then what was my divine blueprint and north node, and I'm experiencing a shift in that totally. But it's not like came out of the blue, but it was like puzzle pieces that I didn't really, or I didn't understand the formula yet, or didn't believe in it, and I had like click. And I'm not saying, oh, I have all the answers now. I don't. It's a life journey, okay? But I know in the age of 33, it's called Christ, the Christ year. He turned, so I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Christos and Yeshua and the Christos embodiments that have been here and off planet. I believe in that. So that we're really, I don't think that's only happening for me. And what I want to end a bit with, so I wanted to make a joke also because I'm going to eventually, when I'm further in the personal work I have to do and the creativity I want to use for that. After this, so I had like both positive and negative emotions all around this and what I've been experiencing in my life, people, places, things currently. Let me say, like, so we're in year number 9. We're getting the karmic lessons way harder now. So in year 8, I can tell you a lot of people didn't make it. So this year, if you're going through it right now, wondering, we're in that shifting north. And if you, at first it will be, if you're divinely guided, if you don't believe in that, call it your intuition, learning in life and via experiences, people, places, things. A lot is crashing tower moments right now. And really getting off the blinders, and the veil is very thin. So, what you're having on your plate right now, you better learn by now. And I would want to say, if you haven't already, or maybe, wonder why, if you're going, because I believe a lot of us are, in chaotic times and people abandoning you, hurting you, you losing your job, your home, you're being redirected. Or you're going through really deep stuff at the moment that you're like, well, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Don't go in there. Just figuratively speaking. That I would advise you to go more inwards in the ending of this year. And also, let me tell you, so why am I one to call out to everybody with this message, if it's well received yet or not? I'm still adjusting. That the next year isn't starting so astronomically, in astrology, really on planet Earth until March in my sun sign, Aries. And don't think, no, I'm now in Ophiuchus and your job, but it's part of my divine mission. So I'm a reflector. I have to, please, But that's the thing also. So I had like this fun joke already that really feels how people, because I am the rebel and the going towards the streams. I did that with my coach back then. Now, bet if he sees this, like it clicks for him and he knows. I wouldn't do all this effort to lie about that shit. Excuse me. So I had this, and this is a sketch I really want to make, and like I said, I want to be more creative on my channel, so do that with looks, makeup, and clothing. But that's my natal chart with the Cancer moon, and I didn't really think about my Aries back then, but I was really into especially my Cancer moon, because my psychic gifts came a lot from that, and how I do emotional transmutation, how I can really perform more strongly than others. Magic can backfire too a lot. Towards my the Ophiuchus as the teacher, like, oh, how nice that we've been finding this out about our destiny, and that my Sagittarius North Node, that was as first my rising sign, but now what I'm heading towards, and that's the wise one, but also can be arrogant. So I was like seeing this, that they were like bashing my Cancer moon, and that Ophiuchus me was saying like, but all this transmutation she did brought us to this point. And then, if we would throw her in a boiling hot pot, she would have stayed in there because she was comfortable. And also that my Sagittarius would be saying, all this wisdom that we've collected, I can't share with the world because they wouldn't understand. It would be like throwing pearls to swines. And that my Capricorn North Node is counting money. Yeah, I agree with what she said. We're not getting paid for this shit. That one is coming. That's when, yeah, okay. So I'm a number 9. I have to make something with this. If I keep this, I would die in misery with regrets. Even if nobody understands, I put it out here. So that's what I wanted to do. So keep in mind, from a life path number 9 in Aries, in next March, you have time, but realign. Because there's a shift happening, and that's been happening, but everybody has their own divine timing in things, okay? I had something with shadow work, I'm gonna say it one last time, that I have to stay gone and protect people from myself because I don't like the energy. So somebody really hurt, I hate your guts. Like, and I wouldn't take that shit from anybody. So if he would have, I'll see you in the astral. Fucking try me. So, but I did mean what I said there, and there was a lot of truth in there. But what's the point after? And I saw my own shadow in that, like. Where's Anna right now? Good job, Anna. So yeah, lead by example maybe instead of... But yeah, okay, so I have to stay gone there because I can't transmute the energy. Me no like it there. So I'll have to let it fade away. Let it complete the cycle. Say I learned the lesson from it. It's okay. And that was part of a period we were going through. So if you had some lessons with people, don't be surprised. It's part of the plan probably, or it's happening due to your own clinging on to things or making the same mistakes over and over again. And there's only so many times that you can have a do-over with certain things, or aren't you ever getting tired of certain states of being? So if we're going from the 9, the end, to the 1, and I think this is an important timing. So for me right now until January still a lot, and then towards my birthday. But due to my divine plan and my design, I'm guessing it's a lot going out there happening to people too, and not everybody is as in tune with what it means or what they should do to realign. So I would recommend to go inward more. Doesn't do it in journaling. Ask yourself, pray if you're into that. Write it out, sing it out. Ask. It's in the Bible. Knock, and I will answer. So I would recommend that people to really see. And if what I'm saying is going all past you, that's fine too, okay? But it's happening for a larger part of the collective. Yeah, important timing right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it with that. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a bit of a ramble. I'll break this apart, and I learn from myself too in these talks. like, oh, I wanted to elaborate on this, or I could use that example. I will be back eventually with more. And thank you so much if you're still here, and maybe see you next time. Bye.